Giancarlo Italiano back with the Wellington Phoenix for the 2025-26 campaign. But one that he keeps coming back to is player availability, not having a full squad throughout the season. Obviously, Marco Rojas coming in as sort of their big signing, being injured a lot of the time. Alex Rufer, a real leader in the squad, the veteran, the person they're going to look to for a lot of performances. He was injured at times throughout the season. And then, of course, a big turnover from last season as well with the success that they had. A lot of players heading overseas into other clubs within the A-League, the likes of Paulson, Old, Sermon, Kraev.
We all look at injuries and player availability a little bit differently week to week as we do season to season. You look at all those names that have left, it's actually quite understandable to see why they're so far down the table compared to where they were last season. But then week to week, obviously, we can't just talk every episode about the injuries they have. We've got to talk about other things as well. So we come up with different reasons, and maybe kind of in the attempt to do that, we drift away from what the core issues of the Wellington Phoenix might have been this year.
I think we've all got to kind of take a step back and remember he's only a second year head coach, right? It does seem like he's taking it in his stride. He's using this as a learning opportunity.
Another point he brought up with the visa plays is that a lot of them usually take a season to kind of just embed themselves in the league, and usually that second season they kind of kick on. Seeing the likes of Hideki Yoshige, who has 8 assists on the season, Kazuki Nagasawa as well, and then Francisco Giraldes that came in late and made a pretty good impact until he got injured as well. All those guys will now be in for the start of pre-season. Under 20, under 21 players that have had a lot of league football where they probably wouldn't have if a lot of those other names we talked about hadn't left the club. There will be a couple of key additions, but I think the undervalued part will just be the extra year of consistency with relatively the same squad.
There's an option in this contract. It's a 1+1. What's the KPIs here?
Definitely a world where they could miss finals next season and he could still get that option taken up. The key KPIs that they'll be looking for is the progress on this season in a couple of different areas. Things have to change in terms of how they're going about managing their players. For example, putting all their eggs in the Marco Rojas basket. That was a naive thing of them to do. So having those plans and having redundancies for when things go wrong and knowing how they're going to shift in key moments, as long as he can prove that he's doing that, and also that the consistent squad is making progress. Winning more games, absolutely. 11th won't be enough. Competition for finals is absolutely the minimum of where they want to be. But if he can get 8th and show that he's made progress and actually taken action on those lessons, I think he'll be all right for that extra 1 year.